Hey there, hi there, ho there. Confessions of a Joy-o-Holic coming at you right about now. If you have a body, if you've ever experienced feelings, if you've ever had some form of loss, could be loss of a job, loss of a loved one, a miscarriage, something where you have these amazing hopes, expectations, desires, dreams, passions, creations, and then all of a sudden they're gone, or your life takes a dynamic pivot turn. What happens for you when it doesn't show up, or it shows up dynamically different than you've ever imagined? Our bodies are these incredible containers. Now, I'm not here to talk about bodies, but I'm here to actually include them in the conversation of our lives, especially when it comes to feelings. Our mind tries to interpret feelings all the time. We try to understand, we try to comprehend, what is this? It must be joy, it must be sadness, it must be excitement, it must be something. It's like we try to make the intangible tangible. And the mind can often get it wrong, but the body knows, the body gets it right. So the reason I'm chatting about feelings and bodies is I've had a lot of clients lately who've had dynamic loss, miscarriages, repeated miscarriages, breast cancer, losing a breast, people in their family die, losing a loved one. So loss of another human being. And then there's also loss of things like career, loss of my financial income, loss of my thing that I thought was the thing to make all these other things happen. That's a breath, man. Lots happens when loss shows up. It's so interesting because even the word loss, it's like you lose it. It's lost. You can't find it. But in that space of losing something, it is not very spacious. It is filled with feelings like blame or shame or regret or guilt or like abandonment or deep sorrow and longing, in this place where space and time shift. I no longer have that person in my life. I've miscarried a child. I've lost my father. I've lost my spouse. I've left and lost a relationship. The space of that loss is not always spacious. And how do we know that? Because our body is tangled in the emotional chaos of that moment. And the mind tries to get us out of it. But the mind doesn't have the arsenal to dive into what the body is knowing. Now, this is why we got to include the bodies in this, because the bodies know. So I just had a session with a client, a couple clients actually, this week and last week, that have lost loved ones, and whether they're losing family members or pregnancy loss, having miscarriages, but big loss. That relationship is no longer, not even over, but ended completely. And not only do we lose the person, but then the strange thing is then we impel our bodies with all of the guilt and the resentment and the rage sometimes because that person is no longer there. And how do we, like, now what, right? Okay, so Christine, now what? What do we do with this? How do I honor that relationship that is and not lose myself in the chaos or the darkness or the disarray that it has shown up in its place? And for me, a big part of it is leaning into the body, not shutting yourself off from the body and what it is sensing, not making your body wrong for what it is sensing and experiencing, but opening up the door between the mind and the body, opening that up and let the mind watch and witness and be an observer of this experience, not trying to stop it or shut it down or figure it out, but honor what the body is showing you, because the body moves through emotion in motion. The body is a container that moves. We're supposed to move. We're supposed to bend. We're supposed to sway. We're supposed to stretch. But when our feelings are filled through our body and we're not willing to witness it, that's when it becomes dense. When we are afraid to unravel, that's when the unraveling begins. Like, if I'm afraid to open up and to see and witness all that which I am feeling because I've lost this person, then I'm going to unravel. Then I'm going to spiral down. But if I'm willing to breathe and give space to what I'm sensing here and what I'm noticing, then the fear of it no longer holds me. And when the fear no longer holds me, then my body has more space to move through the feelings that are there with emotion. And those emotions are in motion. So I'm struck today by the depth of sorrow that some of my clients are experiencing. And I'm struck by the range of emotions that they're willing to tap into and see when they breathe and they come into the body and they go to the body first, and then give that body first knowing information to the mind, so the mind now can dance with what the body is telling it. The mind can't do anything without the body. And so let's bring that dialogue forward. Let's be willing to just give our mind a pause, give our mind a break, while I actually bear witness to what my body is aware of, what my body is sensing, what emotions are moving through me. And not trying to stop them, not trying to change them, but to honor them. Even if it's rage and anger, sorrow, sadness, even if it's delight and joy and exuberant enthusiasm for living, like honoring the sensations that our bodies are showing us. Now, for those of you struggling with depression, anxiety, I can hear you. I can hear you going, yeah, Christine, I don't want to open the door and honor my depression. I don't want to give space for anxiety. You probably have some kind of fear that if you actually gave space to your anxiety, it's going to take up more space and then it's going to completely cover you up and take you over. And I'm here to invite you into another possibility, that this deep connection of mind and body, soma is the body. We are somatic beings. We are body beings. And if we are trying to move through our emotions, through our mind, we're missing out on the beauty of the emotions we're experiencing. Even the sorrow, even the depths of grief have beauty. Even the depths of depression have beauty. But when we judge the emotion that we're experiencing, then we lock it into our bodies with such finiteness that we make ourselves a prisoner to the feelings and emotions that we're experiencing. And one of the ways to get out of that jail that you put yourself in is to breathe and let your mind witness the body. Let your mind be the consultant and your body be the client, and let your body have this moment. And just gather the information, witness what you notice. And then see perhaps that which totally overwhelmed and terrified and exhausted and depleted you, maybe will shine a new side of itself and won't be so overwhelming. But you'll be able to create a new pathway through the emotions you're experiencing rather than containing them and controlling them. So with that, I hope this is a contribution. If you're at all curious about playing in this mind-body continuum, I have an invitation for you. I'm so excited to be offering this and a space for people to come together with their body and their mind and build the muscle, because we're not taught, we're not encouraged to spend time hanging out with your body and talk to your body and move through your body and see what your body has to tell you. Like, we're not taught that. We're taught to be up here 24/7. So I have a really fun experience for everybody. It's called Soma, and that's it. Soma is body. It's called Soma, and it's free. You can join me for Soma, and it'll be so much. Are you going to come back for the Soma? Body space, Soma space. And it's a free 15-minute infusion. It might end up being 20 minutes. We'll see how we roll. And all you have to do is bring your body. I'm going to be inviting you into some somatic body activities, movement activities, mindfulness activities, these moments to be Soma with our bodies, and then integrating that which our bodies are aware of through movement, through breath, and then integrating the mind. And what does the mind know? And how do the mind and body connect? So we can move our bodies, breathe, receive, engage in the somatic body experience, and bring the mind along just for fun, so you can set your day off with great intention and take those moments where you do make these two worlds meet. The mind doesn't have to understand the body doesn't have to understand the mind, but they both require space. And that's the Soma space, body space, Soma space. It's fun, it's free. You just have to bring your body. It's a 15-20 minute sampler every day for 7 days, right in your inbox, on video. And then you can join me live if you want. It'll be live streamed to Facebook. You'll get all that information, or you can get the recording when you join and sign up. It'll be sent to your inbox all the time. Yeah, Soma space. It's time to give space for your mind and your body to be together, and to lean in and listen to the wisdom of you, the sensation of you, the feeling of you, of the true mind, body, spirit connection, the true sensing, feeling, perceiving body and mind together. Soma space. You're going to have so much space that you won't know what to do with yourself. Tell your friends if they got a body, they can join us. Soma space, coming soon, you guys. Click the link up, down, over, wherever it is. Reach out, let me know. Bye for now.